Hey guys, how you guys been doing? Now before we start with this video, I just want to explain why why there is no layout in this one. The reason there is no layout in this one is because I want to provide you guys more minutes worth of content per week. That means more battles, but the way I'm doing it right now is definitely questionable to put layout in every single match I have. So I'm definitely gonna do a layout, don't worry, there's still gonna be layout involved, but it's gonna be in every 5th match I'm gonna be doing. There's gonna be like 5, 10, 15. It should not be a problem if I do it daily basis. Every 5th match is gonna be coming down quickly, so that's like one layout match per week. And based on right now, based on our performance of layout videos, that was like 2 per week, so the difference isn't that huge, and I can still provide you guys more matches to look forward to. At the same time, I've been actually quite quite happy with the fact that we got like over 100 layout matches in the past, and I just haven't really been happy with the amount of matches I've been providing you guys over the week. For all the recent subscribers and all the past subscribers that have been sticking with me over the years, and for the last, I want to thank you guys for your incredible support. We hit over 400 likes under 24 hours. I've been checking, and that was incredible. Thank you very much, and thank you for all your feedback. I really like hearing you guys' feedback. It's just that I don't really check my my pre videos, if you know what I mean. I tend to check the newest video comments, and then I go with that, because it's really hard to organize all the comments that are getting in. But anyways, with that being said, today we got a match against Jay, I believe he's called. He's gonna lead with Fortress, which was a potential lead. Just looking at his team, he's got very offensive team. 4 of them are very offensive. Then he's got a Sableye and a Fortress. Now, I was actually expecting him to lead with Fortress just based on his team. There could have been a Noivern as well, but honestly, I do have the Focus Sash, so even Noivern wouldn't have really... Well, Noivern would probably appreciate taking all Gardevoir one-on-one, being that it does resist the Bug Buzz and it does resist the electric type moves. But for now, it's not important. I do go for T-Bolt. He does make an exceptional move right here. He's gonna go for Rapid Spin. He's gonna give me knowing this guy is no joke. The reason I said this is because he does break my Sash, which I did have it holding, and as well as he does get rid of the Sticker Web. So I mean, his team isn't really that affected by Stick Web, but then again, we gotta consider that there is a Breloom and there is a Lucario, so anything of that sort that can get its speed lowered is quite important, because those things tend to be offensive. I wasn't really expecting him to go for the Sludge Bomb. I was kind of expecting him to do something else, but then again, Sludge Bomb is probably his strongest stab, and why wouldn't he go for it? In the end, if I do decide to switch out to my Resistance, he still has that coverage to hit me either way. So switch out to Porygon. He does make a sub. That is actually quite scary, because I'm actually starting to believe that he may just go for the Disable on this turn, and that's why I'm trying to avoid the Disable direct on by switching out to Galvantula. But unfortunately, this Galvantula is not Scarf. Of course, I mean, which Galvantula Scarf would have been running Sticker Web? But again, he's gonna outspeed me afterwards after Focus Blast missing, unfortunately, and he's actually very unlucky with Focus Blast, but you're gonna see. Anyways, I'm gonna switch out to Jason Lee Scott, because Jason Lee Scott, Jason is just gonna go for that toy substitute. I was actually expecting him to predict my Sucker Punch, which is exactly what he does by trying to avoid it by making his own sub, and now we got ourselves a sub versus sub situation. Well, not really anymore, but he's still gonna go for the Focus Blast. He's gonna manage to miss. It's actually quite interesting to see, he actually focused, yet he manages to miss. Even after being under a sub, it's rare sight to behold that you can still manage to miss when you are not even tickled by my Pokemon. So I don't even know how Focus Blast, even after being focused in aiming to the right target, misses all the time. I don't know what's up with the focus. It should be called frustration hit or something strange, but definitely not Focus Blast, because it feels like it's the move that should never miss just by its name. Still, I'm gonna try to switch out to this, because I completely forgot about Infiltrator going through subs yet again. It's quite incredible. I completely forgot about this twice now. In the past, I believe against Crobat with my Medicham, but right now I made the Future Sight. I'm gonna go for a Protect. Future Sight is gonna strike this Noivern now, which means that I took the Earth Slash quite well, which is something I was kind of expecting. He's not gonna go for Draco, Meteor, and afterwards, just take him down. He does switch out to his Breloom. I was kind of expecting maybe he's gonna predict me to predict the Spore, but then again, if there's anything that I want Sport, is definitely this little Porygon over here. Still took the Mach Punch, which is very great. Porygon is no messing around. This program, this little duck program that is run under DOS, we type those words in and we make it happen. But the guy takes the move and it manages to survive and still be a Sleep Father. So that is much more than I can ask from a Porygon at that amount of HP against a Breloom. That is exceptional. That is incredible. Porygon, you're just too good. Anyways, I switch out to my Heracross. The amount of damage he's been doing, that was actually quite scary. If he were to connect all 5 of them, I would have actually been doubting that I can take Mach Punch after that. But stuff are looking very dangerous right now. He's got that Lucario still, and I believe he's got that Sableye, so that those things are very threatening. But we still managed to outspeed the Breloom because most of them tend to run Adamant plus attack, and Heracross naturally outspeeds them afterwards if he is also invested in speed, which I believe I am. Now, Foul Play does a lot of damage, and that's pretty much based around my attack power, which I believe I am also adamant. Just gonna go for the Mega Horn. The first one missed, but that's okay because I want to just do as much damage as possible, so I'm gonna force this thing to recover afterwards and proceed to go from there. So that's pretty great, but you're gonna see in a matter of seconds this is gonna be incredible, and this is exactly why I love Future Sight, and I feel it is as close as it can get to a chess game. Future Sight is a move that works turns later, and you gotta think twice before you use it, but it definitely takes few people off guard, and this guy is gonna be no exception. Anyways, he's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp after me going for the Future Sight. Now my plan is to go for the Moonblast to directly take this thing down, because now Sableye actually has a weakness, and it is to Fairy, because being part dark, Ghost doesn't really give him a resistance, so that means it is actually weak to it. And after that, Lucario is gonna come in, but you're gonna see something incredible, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna turn into his Mega Lucario, which is to be expected. His Lucario is pretty much the only Pokemon that can Mega, so he's definitely gonna have that. But I'm gonna go for Protect, because again, I want that Future Sight to connect. He's gonna go for the Bullet Punch, and ladies and gentlemen, Future Sight is gonna strike my opponent in just clean one-shotted. So this is a very, very strong move. Future Sight mostly saved me this match, because if I didn't have Future Sight, then he would have outspeed me with the Bullet Punch. There would have been nothing I could have done. But have you noticed something, guys? If you can take something down that you set up your Future Sight on the previous turn, then something else that's coming in is also gonna be hit by the Future Sight. So that makes Future Sight that much more scarier. And for all the people, because I've actually seen some people being bashed down by others because they were using Future Sight, you should definitely recheck and get some knowledge about this move, because this move is nothing to mess around with. It was situational, but it was the one to save me this match. So again, Porygon was pretty much the last Pokemon standing, because he was like at the amount which Stealth Rocks would have taken him out, so that was pretty incredible. Anyways guys, if you did enjoy this match, be sure to give it a like, and until next time, take care.